All right, good evening, YouTube land. We're on Restream, so we're still getting a handle for all this, but I am here doing a live with Rob Picks. Say hi, Rob.
What's up, y'all?
Two thumbs up from the Rob man. Um, anyway, I'm going to wait for it to go live on my YouTube channel, and we'll start checking for comments. But we're just figured we'd hang out and stream. So we're getting close to the holidays. I hope everybody's having a happy holiday.
Yeah.
And we don't really have much mail. I do have one. I didn't know it was Locksport, so I'd already opened it. But Grouchy Lenny sent me a nice little holiday card. So appreciate that, brother. Says Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a locktastic New Year from Grouchy Lenny. Appreciate that, Lenny. So anyway, just figured we'd jump live. We're gonna, just talk about random stuff and BS and whatever comes up, and drink a little and pick a little, and hope to see y'all on the channel and join in. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to. I actually want to link. I've seen other people linking. There we are. We're live. Uh, a comment on the top with the restream,
Oh, yeah.
and I want to see if I can do that. So if anybody wants to jump in, they can.
So I believe the way I did it last time is that I get the the link and I just I go over to the chat and I just enter it like if I'm writing it. Oh, just like that. Yep. That
Oh,
should
and pin.
yeah. That should
Message pinned. There we go. All right. If anybody decides they want to join us, feel free to jump in. So let me go ahead and switch my other camera, and we will get this thing going as far as picking goes. Hey, Yahtzee. All right. I will be a little slow with the comments because my picking table is here and my computer is in a different spot. And I'm going to back out a little bit. So, what are you going to pick on, Rob?
I'm gonna mess around with this 7240, my nemesis. See if I can get it open.
Okay. I actually have not messed with one of those yet, but I got that coming. I got a few new locks in. Uh, Something I will do a full unveil on later, but uh, I bought the entire collection, one in each color of the Pack Lock Kick One A's. See how well this shows up.
Nice. Oh, that
And
looks sweet.
you put, different. You can put different kick cylinders in them. So I've got a white, a white lock, a white belt in this one, a yellow belt in this one, so on and so forth. So I'm still waiting on my green, blue, and red to come in. But I've got the whole collection. But my intention is on the backside where there's nothing on it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
see if I can get someone to laser engrave like my logo, that skull and crossbones back here. But the other thing I want to do is when you lay them all down, is get them all next to each other and get a logo that goes across all nine of the locks. So I've been taking pictures as I go. I'll be picking on some of these tonight, but uh, I'll do a whole video on what's in each one and everything I'm doing on those.
That's pretty sweet. I can't wait to see how that comes out.
So yeah, I'm excited about that. Probably spent a little too much on it, but that is what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is with Locksport. That's for.
Yeah. So all
Oh,
right.
which ones are those? Is it the which pack locks are they? Is it the
So
108?
it's no, it's called a Kick 1A. Like here, if you look at my video, I'll see if I can get it to focus.
Oh,
See at the top
kick.
it says Kick 1A, so it's designed for kick cylinders. Uh,
Okay.
and they've got different sizes. The main reason I bought this size, I don't know if it's the shackle height or the body, but when the website I bought them off of, it was Mega Store something. Um, these ones were cheaper by about $5 to $10 a piece than the other sizes,
Uh huh.
and at 20-25 bucks a piece, it adds up pretty quick when you're buying nine of them.
Oh,
So they threw me a veteran discount, helped me out a little bit. But then you got to put all the locks in them too. And to be honest, like some of them, 10-15 bucks, but some like my red belt I got coming, um, is going to be a Medico M4. That's $180 lock.
Oh yeah.
So, and then the one thing I don't like is my purple one. I've got a Medico in it right now, so you can see if I can get these on camera how this one's kind of flush, just a standard. This is a Medico M3, but you can see it sticks out a little bit. It's a
Okay.
7-pin and it's a little too long to fit in here. So they come with this little kit with a little screw and a little top for the Bible that you stick on it, so it almost makes it
Flush.
like SFIC. It's not the same size, but it's designed to fit all the way in. I had to get a longer screw to reach this one because this kick cylinder is too long on the backside.
Yeah.
We'll see if my M4 that's coming in is going to be the same. But yeah, I've got let's see here. My brown belt is a Schlag Primus Everest, and I've got a Abus. I think this is the 600 twin or the 6,000 twin, whatever that one is. But like I can show you of, any kick cylinder. This is the green that I don't have anything in yet, but it's just designed on the backside. The pin that holds on this rear cap. You take off the tailpiece, but that's what engages the inside. So when you stick it in there, the padlock works. But this is a double black belt bilock that I've got.
Oh dang.
But I'm waiting on my greens and my blue to come in. I'm having a hard time finding a blue that's a kick. So I think what I'm probably going to have to do is just buy another Medico, either a biaxial or original, since I've got an M3 already.
Yeah.
And then just de-pin it down to it's 5 pins or more is what makes it purple. So technically at 4 pins, I think it's supposed to qualify. The only Medico that they have, I want to say it's the I don't remember, but there's a Medico that you can get that's a 4-pin. But I can't find any of those in a kick, but I can find the 5-pin versions. I might just de-pin some of them and put it in there, but I'll figure that out at some point.
Yeah. That's sweet. I like that. That's a nice setup. That is pretty badass.
So that'll kind of be a collector piece for me. And then I don't know if you saw the short, but I put out a short a while back. I found a local surplus store selling. There, we're starting to get some people in. Hold on, I'm gonna go look at our comment section real quick. All right, we got Nightmare here. What's up, Nightmare? We got Labs and we got Wild Billiam.
What's up, everybody?
Anyway, so I've here. Let me just grab them, just in case as other people jump in. So I put out that I'd do them pretty much at cost, but nobody responded to it. So I'm thinking about actually getting on the Lock Bazaar and starting to sell some of these. So I can go down to a local hardware store, not hardware, just local surplus store, and get U.S. stamped American 5200s.
Oh, okay.
And I'm thinking about getting a laser engraver and possibly, laser engraving these, but these are new in box. I can get, which you see those occasionally. I don't think anybody else is selling these on the Lock Bazaar, but this is a Pack Lock 100G that's stamped US. I don't know if that's showing.
Yeah.
But I'm getting these new. And then when I was doing my pre-interview with was it Locksport 1969, the interview with the lockpicker thing?
Yeah.
He was telling me that any Abus 83, which this is at 8345,
Yep.
you could put a SFIC in. So I bought an SFIC, and actually part of me thought it might have worked in these pack locks. But I was going to make one of these just an SFIC holder instead of using the 3D printed things. But this specific model apparently doesn't work. So I guess you got to get the right one. He was saying any 83 would take it. So he either misspoke or I misheard. But anyway, I found these on Marketplace locally, brand new, but they're 0 bidded. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got 6 pins in it, but it's zero bitted. But I will say, and it even comes with an extra uh, spool, extra spring, and it's even got like a little flag, so I think you can make it key retaining when you turn it.
Yeah.
Uh, but anyway, I bought a ton of these because they were such a good price, and I've thought about laser engraving them and or selling them. So other, even with it zero bitted, I've been trying to pick one, and it's not, you'd think you just raise them all to the shear line, but it's they still got security pins. It's still a decent pick, and I think these are an orange belt. But somebody was saying these can make really good challenge locks. So
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
anyway, those 3 locks I've shown, I can find locally at a fairly good price. So I'm thinking about selling them for a fair price on the Lock Bazaar and just putting it back into the Locksmore community. Any money I make will go toward giveaways and stuff like that, as my channel grows.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I think today I'm up to 80. So I'm getting close to 100, which I figure is where I'll do my first giveaway.
Sweet. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Let me
I'm
cut
up
up.
for. I didn't even know you had those. I didn't see that. I'm up for getting one of those off you too.
Cool. Well, like I said, I'm going to be sending you now that we've done a live, I'll send you some swag and create a short story. So which one do you want? Do you want the Pack Lock, the Avis, or the 5200?
Ooh. Uh. Let's see. I'll let you surprise me. Just I have the 83, so whichever one, I'm up for either of the other two.
Oh, so you don't want the Avis. You either want the Pack Lock. Your choice, brother. Let me know what you want. I've also got they had a couple of just the regular 5200s. So these ones are not marked US. But they're silver, longer handles on them. But
How about
dealer's choice, man.
I'll do the pack lock.
The Pack Lock. All right.
Yeah.
I
All
will
right.
set that aside for you and set it with your stuff, man.
Appreciate that. Just let me know what it'll be.
No. So usually what I do, I figure at some point, if you got stickers or swag, hit me back. If you've got, you come across some locks on a good price, send me something. I take care of shipping, send it to you. You'll take care of shipping, send it to me. It all comes out
Sorry,
in the
my
wash.
phone. I was getting a call.
Oh, no worries.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me? Oh dear. We lost Rob for a minute.
Hello?
Hello. We never lost you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
my phone started. But yeah, once I get my stuff, I'll definitely be sending you some for sure.
Yeah, so it'll come out in the wash, man. I'll just cover the shipping to you, and when you send me stuff, vice versa. That's how I've been doing it with everybody I send stuff to.
Good. Hell yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I think I've loved as much as picking is fun in and of its own. Uh, this community is welcoming and friendly, and everybody just seems to be taking care of each other. So that's what's really got me into it as much as anything else.
Oh yeah, seriously, I love it too.
So Labs is here. What's up, buddy? Swamp Picker came in. Transparent eyeball. Nice. What's up? All right. So I'm done with show and tell. Let me start picking something. So we're just going to start at the bottom and work our way up. So what are you picking on, Rob? You still on the same thing?
Yeah, 72.
Okay. Yeah, you're saying that's kind of your nemesis right now. It's kicking your butt.
Yeah. This thing just doesn't want to cooperate at all. I mean, I figured that now I've been picking it, right side up, and I've been having better, more success with doing it the, Bible down, which is should have tried a while ago, but yeah, it's better now. So I'm just trying to get it to where I can actually open it when I want to.
Yeah, I've never tried Bible down picking. I know some people prefer it.
Yeah, this would be the first one that I tried it on, and I'm starting to see why. I guess with certain locks, I'll have to, see if that works better. Definitely a different well, different feeling. Like starting from the beginning, trying to get that feel of the pins upside down.
So I am messing with what the heck is this? Uh, I got to look it up. It's a Mannerman or something. It's some name I hadn't heard of. I was doing some research on trying to find multiple locks in each category for competition, stuff like that. And I
Yeah.
came across this one and it came in on Amazon the other day. So I picked it once and then put it down. But
What is it called?
I got to double check. Hold on. Let me pull it up.
Okay.
So let's see here. Let me get on Amazon. Or I could just get on this thinking uh, LPU page. Let me see here. So this is it's just listed as brass padlock. Yeah, it was kind of a pain in the butt to find because the listing does not match what we have on LPU.
Uh,
But let me go to LPU lock collection. It is I'm going to mess this name up. A Bruder. The U's got the little two dots above it, so it almost sounds German.
oh, yeah.
Bruder
Okay.
Mainsman brass padlock, 5 pins, 50 millimeter or less.
Oh, okay. There's some that are some of those that are pretty up there in belt ranking too, I believe, right? I think there's one
Well,
that's cool.
I don't know. This one's a white belt, so I should be
Uh,
able to get it, but
yeah, bro. Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to start with that, how to say it either. Come on, baby, and I want to open. Oh yeah, I got a good amount of stuff. I've been busy, crazy lately, but I got a lot of stuff in mail call that I need to post too. Got some pretty good stuff lately. Something from Grouchy. Grouchy sent me some stuff too that I need to post.
nice.
Yeah, I got the Apex fully loaded. I see that you had it too, right? Or did you? Thought I saw that you had it.
Yes, yes, that's one of the kits I ordered once I really got into this and started shooting was I got the full kit. Uh, I really love these picks. Uh, but my biggest complaint isn't with the pick or the system itself, is that the uh, Synapse case they send you
Yeah.
is, if you get the full kit, you get the turning tools and a tray for that, and then the plastic or the rubber band that goes around the whole thing. Then they send you 4 trays of picks, but they don't offer the option to buy more of the bottoms or more of the uh, leashes, and you're kind of limited to you could fit 5 picks, and I love how many turning tools you can carry, but it only carries 5 picks. So I either want to be able to, I'd love to buy more of the turning tools in this tray and set up another one of these, or give me one that can stack where I can carry, at least 2 of the pick trays.
Yeah, that's what I actually thought you could like. I thought they all fit in there, and then before I got it, that's how I thought it worked too. But
Yeah, and apparently not. So,
I
uh,
don't know about yours, but it was a pain in the ass to get that rubber piece on mine.
yes, she was not cooperative in the least.
you know.
That's not what I wanted. No, it was a challenge to get that on. And then the only thing I've done is the little puck you can stick in here. I don't know what accessories they're going to come out with, but I super glued one of my poker chips to one of these just for the fun of it.
Oh yeah, that's. I was
So
wondering what the deal was is why they had that there for.
yeah,
So
on their website it says that they're going to be coming out with accessories. So I don't know if they're going to come out with a binding piece that you can connect to them together. So you maybe put this one on and snap it on top as well, or you
uh,
know, I don't know, or if they're going to come out with flashlight accessories or strap-ons or who the hell knows.
yeah, yeah. Big thing should be the whole stacking thing or something.
Yeah, it'd be nice if there was a way to carry more of them.
Kind of been like mismatching the picks and just throwing in the ones that I would use the most. This,
Right.
this one's a pretty cool. Let me see. Let me grab it. I think it's the. Where's that? This one right here is a cool one.
And which one's that?
I think this is the. Which one is it? The
Oh yeah,
the forest hybrid or something.
yeah, where it's got that little hook on it. Is this one you talked about?
Yep,
Okay.
that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I,
thought that I want to mess with this one. I'm trying to pick my Medico. Uh, Help me turn those pins inside.
oh yeah, that might work. I want to get one so bad.
Oh, what, the Medicos?
Yeah, one of the medicos. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I the one piece of advice I can give you if you haven't got one yet
Uh
is how I started learning mine. Like, to be honest, when I first got this thing, or I first started messing with it, I
huh.
felt like a complete beginner again. I was completely lost in the sauce. It's a whole different game. But
Oh.
what's helped me is this is the first lock I've ever had to progressively pin. Other locks I've looked at, I've taken apart so I know what's inside, but I've just
Uh,
put everything back in it. This one I did just pin one, just pin two, just pin three, which were my security pins. Pin three, four, or four, five, and six are just regular pins. So
uh-huh.
once I was able to pick it with the security pins, I put it all back together and I'm going to start messing with it. Uh, but if you get a mortise cylinder that has the grub screws on top, it makes
Yeah.
it much easier to progressively pin and mess with.
Yeah.
So that's what I would look at for your first one is whether it's the M3, the biaxial, or the uh, original, and get on the medical website and start studying on them and get the theory behind picking them, counterclockwise versus clockwise. There's a whole methodology, and I've enjoyed learning it.
Oh yeah. Well, that's good advice because I was just gonna jump into it, so it's probably good that I would do some reading up on it.
Yeah, there's a lot to learn for sure.
I heard that Primus that you got is it's a pretty difficult one.
Yeah, I haven't messed with either of these yet, but the key on it, you know, uh, well, both of these they've got extra bitting on the side, and I need to watch videos and learn how to even start messing with those. But uh,
That thing just looks insane.
yeah, so I think once I get this one, my next pick is gonna be that SFIC. Uh,
Yeah.
Apparently, picking these to the operating line is a blue belt.
Uh
But
huh.
if in one video you pick it to the operating and the control key line, it's considered a purple belt. You got to have, purple and above. You got to have two in each category, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that, I'll probably pick these for my purple belt. But then as I start going up, I'll just be, I'll pick my brown lock, but then I'll pick my red, that Medico M4, and I'll submit those for my brown belt. And then when I pick the black, I'll submit the red and my black for my red belt. But then black, I think you've got to have, or even at red, you've got to have like 4 picks and. So I'm going to have to get some more locks. But once you start getting up into these categories, it start getting stinking expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Big time. Yeah, I actually have one, this one right here. I got this best. I was able to get it to operating, as you can see, but I cannot for the life of me get that thing to, I mean, I got to control. I couldn't get it to operate.
Okay.
Yeah, so I need to figure that one out still.
Gotcha.
The only thing is I don't got no keys for them. That's another pain in the ass part.
Yeah, I ordered that off Amazon, so it came with everything. I don't remember how much I paid for it. It wasn't crazy expensive, but it wasn't.
Was
I'll
it
say
cheap?
20, $30, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Which honestly, I think if you go on Mark or the Bazaar, you can probably find it cheaper. Uh, but then you got to pay. Most people are, unless you're, buying multiple locks, it's kind of hard to swallow that $10 shipping charge.
Yeah.
So I was laughing the other day. I did a little short. I got in my Berserker patch from Lockjaw,
Uh-huh.
and that was the last challenge I did. I did the first one I did was the Night Watch, and then I think I did the Pack Leader almost immediately after, or vice versa. I did those two first, and they both been approved, but I still haven't received them. So I don't know if they got lost in the mail, if the post office is that far behind, what's going on. But
Yeah.
the last challenge I did with them is the only one I've received so far.
Yeah, I got approved for my. I just got approved for my Night Watch. I did the Pack Leader. We got approved for that one finally, and just did the Berserker. But yeah, same thing. I'm waiting on the patches still, so hopefully they'll show up sometime. It's crazy. I did the Night Watch a while ago, and then I didn't hear anything, and then I sent it in for like last week. I resent the email, and I heard a response the next day, which was crazy. But yeah, luckily it all got through, so I'm just waiting now.
Yeah, so I was told apparently back in the day it was no news is good news.
Yeah,
Just it shows up. If you hear from this because your submission was denied for some reason. Uh, but it seems like they're starting to go the other way and starting to email people that it's been approved. And I've been told my stuff, expect it within 2 weeks, but it's been
yeah.
longer than that and I haven't got them. So I don't know what's going on.
Well, yeah, I'll just show up one day.
Here's hoping.
Yeah.
And then I'm supposed to be getting, since they only ship to the States, apparently, Rabbi Picker did the Berserker recently.
Mhm.
And he asked if he could, since I've got a package I'm getting ready to send him, uh, they're supposed to be shipping it to me. So whenever that comes in, I'll add it to his package and finally get that sent off to him.
Oh, nice.
But I got a whole box of goodies, which the longer I keep it, I was supposed to just send him a couple. Like he's sending me 4 locks in return. But the longer I keep it, I go to the store, I find something I'm like, oh, he'd like this. And so he's getting like 10, 12 locks now. And friggin' Grouchy Lenny got in on it. Everroy's Toys got in on it and has been sending stuff to throw in it. So yeah, I'm going to pay through the nose for shipping when this thing finally goes because it's going to weigh a ton.
Oh yeah, I bet. So that was cool. I'm sure he'll definitely be real happy with that. That's cool. That's badass. See, another example of this, this badass community we got. I love it.
Well, yeah.
Oh, speaking of Lenny, how's it going, Lenny? Just showed up.
Oh, it's Grouchy and hey, what's up?
Well, actually, while I got Lenny here, I appreciate what you sent me, Lenny. I'll show it real quick since I haven't posted it yet. Send me this nice little Master Pro series right here. This thing is sweet.
Yes, that was a fun pick. He sent me one of those, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I haven't messed with it yet, but it looks like it's gonna be.
Yeah, and I showed it earlier, but I'll show it again since Lenny's on. Lenny sent me a Christmas card with a nice little Lenny cat and a lock. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, Locktastic New Year. Appreciate that, brother. I didn't know it. I wasn't paying attention who it's from. I just, felt it, and it didn't feel like it had a poker chip or anything in it. So I just thought it was regular mail. Otherwise, I would have done it on a mail call. But you're here. We're live. We're doing it.
Yeah, right. That's right here. Yeah, he sent me these cool dice too. I've been wanting some of these.
Yep, I've got mine from him right here, along with my Grouchy Lenny and Swamp Picker poker chips.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you again, Lenny. I really appreciate that too. It's gonna sit nice in the collection. Let's see here. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Cool. I will hold down the fort. Let me see what comments I got in case I'm missing anything. Everybody just saying hi to Lenny. Anyway, guys, double checking my feed. Pinned at the top of the comments is a link to the restream. So if anybody feels like jumping in and hanging out and shooting the shit, the link is there, and anybody and everybody is welcome until I max out. I think we can do 4 or 5 people on this thing. I don't know. So if you want to, go get your drink on, go get your locks ready, get your cameras cleaned, and jump in. And whenever I see that you're in there, I will make your screen live. So I hope everybody is having a good week leading up to the holidays. Well, I am sitting here trying to entertain everybody. Y'all know I'm not great at picking and talking. Actually, here I'm going to switch my camera real quick. Well, I'm going to try and entertain. So let's go back to my other camera. Hey, y'all. All right. Going to be spitballing, but a couple things I want to talk about. I was very lucky to have a good childhood growing up. The holidays are great for me. I feel very blessed this year. My son is back from the military. I got family close. Everybody's here. It's going to be great. I know everybody didn't have that growing up. And I also know that life can kick you square in the fucking nuts sometimes. This last month has not been easy for me. The stuff I've been going through has not been easy. Unfortunately, I lost a friend to a motorcycle accident. I found out the day before I found that out that my great aunt passed away. We were expecting it. She was older, had cancer. We got that news. Came home from finding out my buddy died, and my new son-in-law, his uncle, had passed away that day. So we got that news. And then a couple weeks later, I was going to my buddy's funeral from the bike accident, and I had a dog run out in front of me, and he wasn't trying to catch me on my bike. He was trying to stop me, and he ran square in front of me, and we collided. And I don't know how, grace of God, I kept my bike up. I'm actually thinking my buddy that was riding, that I was going to his funeral, was my guardian angel, but killed the dog. And, they live a mile and a half, 2 miles from me, but in the country, that's your neighbor. And so I had to call her, hey, morning, Merry Christmas. You want to come out and get your dead dog that I just killed? So that was a shitty start to the day. And then went to the funeral. And leaving the funeral, I saw an SUV catch about 10 feet of air, and traffic just stopped. Nobody went to help the guy. So me and all my riding buddies hauled ass and went up and pulled this guy out of his car that's steaming and trying to catch on fire, and called 911, and just kind of had a shit day. But that's part of why I am the way I am. Life is dark enough. Veterans who have been to dark places, we've seen enough of that shit in our lives. That's why I'm goofy and stupid and act like a 12-year-old, is because life is dark enough. Let's lighten the mood. So
That's for
the
sure.
haters, people that are going to leave stupid comments, the people that are going to get, I made a stupid post on a picking page, and they're like, oh, this stupid 12-year-old joke needed a picture to it. And I'm like, well, I chose to make a picture. You chose not to scroll on. Um, but if anything I do puts a smile on your face, that's enough for me. I hope y'all have happy holidays. But if any of y'all feel like you need someone to lean on, or you feel like you're alone in this world, the world's a better place with you in it. I was having a good talk with someone I streamed with recently. They reached out. We've kind of started talking. He's been through some shit. He's having a hard time. The holidays are not great for him. But you got to keep going. And that's something else I love about this community, is we all take care of each other. So reach out to me, hit me up on Discord. I will give you my number. I would much rather hear about the battles you're fighting than to hear from somebody else about the war you lost. So just want to put some love out there. I love you guys. Appreciate all the support I've been getting. Appreciate all the people like Rob and Lenny and, Swamp Picker and everybody that's been doing lives with me. And I enjoy the shit out of this community. Y'all are great. And Merry fucking Christmas, assholes. All right, let's get back to picking.
I appreciate that, brother. Much love to you too. I'm sorry everything that you had to deal with too.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's catch up on the comments. All right, Grouchy, I just read your comment. I would, but my lock desk area is chaos till after Christmas, but I do have a drink in my hand. Okay. As long as you got a drink in your hand, that's cool. We can deal with that.
Cheers, Lenny.
I am actually we've got a little a guest cabin on our property that's turned into a catch-all. But I was talking with the wife the other day, and she's like, well, why don't you just clean out the cabin and set up all your stuff out there? I'm like, well, that was originally supposed to be the idea for the cabin, was it was supposed to be my man cave. But after we ordered it, before it came here, it became well, I could put my tanning bed out there. Well, hey, why don't we put a bed out there? That way, if we have a guest, we have a guest room for him. And it kind of became not mine, but she's willing to make it mine. So I'm hoping sometime in the first month or two of next year, I'll get that cabin cleaned out, and I'm going to turn it into my space. So it's going to have my guitars. It's going to have, my lock picking table and all my stuff. And I'll be able to smoke in that thing. So when I'm doing streamings, I can not just enjoy my whiskey, but I can enjoy a nice cigar here and there. Well,
that's gonna be sweet. Can't wait to see that.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So we last time it was at common use was right when COVID was going completely stupid. The job I had, I was exposed to a lot of people, and I was a essential worker, whatever the heck they call it. So I had to work, and I did not want a chance bringing that crap home to my family. So I lived out there. My wife would, bring out dinner, settle on the porch, and then shoot me a text, "Hey, your dinner's outside." We would talk on the phone every night, and once a week we would on Saturdays we would sit out in the yard. Everybody would stay the heck away from me, but we'd sit around just drinking lemonade and BSing with my family for an hour or two, so to keep me company. But the rest of the time I was just bachelor style out there, so it was watching movies and playing my guitar and farting around. And man, I sure wish I'd been into lock picking back then, but I played a lot of guitar at that time. And
yeah,
then when that cabin turned into a catch-all, the guitars got buried, and I haven't picked one up since. So it's been years. So I think I would have a hard time remembering it. I'd have to learn all over again. But part of me would like to do it, but I've been enjoying this so much.
Oh yeah, this will definitely get you go down the rabbit hole real quick when it comes to this.
Yeah.
That's
and like
cool.
I said, the lock picking's fun, but the community has been what's really hooked me, and just meeting all the characters. And like I said, the family and support. I mean, I've got a good support network here, but all my friends back in the Northwest, out where you're at, Rob. So
Yeah, that's crazy. So how long you been down there in Texas?
we got stationed down at Fort Hood in 2010.
Huh.
Um, we bought Little Town, uh, just a little bit away from base, and then after being here about 3 years, decided this is where we wanted to stay when we retired. So we bought a little 20-acre ranch, and I've been here over a decade.
Oh, nice.
So we're dug in like ticks, and we're staying. But we miss the Northwest. It's gorgeous, all the mountains. There we go. Almost gave me trouble. Um, but yeah, I haven't been home for a while, but I need to get home. That's something else that's kind of sucks and happened recently. Is a couple years ago, my mom had a stroke, and she doesn't seem to be getting better. And tomorrow actually is when my dad and my sister and everybody is going to be moving her into an assisted living facility. Uh, so wish I could be there to help, but there's how many monkeys can get on one football? So I'll
Yeah.
just stay away. We're planning a trip early next year to come back and visit, uh, to check in on her and spend time with family.
Yeah. That's cool. At least she'll have some, she'll be somewhere where she'll have people that can keep an
Yeah,
eye.
yeah. We've my mother-in-law's lived with us for almost 3 years now. She's got a little bit of dementia going on and just needs somebody to take care of her. But she's self-sufficient. She can use the bathroom. She makes her own food. We just got to drive her around and make sure she takes her shots. But my mom, she requires care, and that's a whole nother level. But my dad and my family is still back there, but doing a great job. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
At least she has help out.
Okay, they didn't want this. All right, Rob, I'm gonna let you hold down the fort for a minute. I gotta go real quick. Give me about 2-3 minutes and I'll be back.
Sounds good, bro.
All right. Here, let me make you bigger so everybody can watch you. Yeah, we're gonna swap those. There we go. Big Rob, tiny, tiny Rob.
What's up, y'all? Now y'all see me struggle on the big screen. Hope everybody's been having a good day. Good pickings. Giving a go at this little sergeant that I got sent from Troy. Thing doesn't have. I'm not feeling any feedback on this thing. I'm not getting no core rotation or anything. Maybe I gotta push harder on it. I'm trying not to. No guarantees. Pretty soon I'll have my. I don't remember who I was talking to, but they just had got those. Let me see. I'll grab them actually. So I got these new little mics, and what was pretty cool is that let's see. I remember who was doing it, but they would have the one mic next to the lock while the other one for them to talk to, but it was just cool because you can kind of hear all the clicks and everything going on in the lock at the same time. But I need to get a new adapter because these are made for the damn new iPhones, and I have an old one. So once I get that set up, should be pretty cool. These are sweet mics. So I don't know if anybody else uses mics for when they record or whatnot, but these things are sweet. They're so tiny too, and they're magnetic. They're real nice. So if anybody's looking for some microphones to record and all that, these are the ones. And if you got, I mean, it's USB C, so pretty much will work with any of them like that. So
I just got back. Yeah, I caught those on Black Friday, but they're not going to ship till early next month. But I'm looking forward to getting those.
yeah, that's exactly when I got it. It was like almost 50% off.
Yeah, I got it for like 70 something bucks.
Yeah, it was a great deal.
Plus, I was able to use company funds since I'm gonna. Part of why I started doing this is eventually I want to start shooting YouTube videos for my company.
Uh-huh.
But I wanted to get out the yips and the awkwardness and the every other word and learn how to cut the videos and do the thumbnails and all the things.
Yeah.
But yeah, the company was able to buy those and I'll use it for both, but it's going to be company property. So
Oh, well, there you go. At least you'll be able to get use out of them.
yeah. All right, catching up on comments here. So Grouchy says Tex is going to he's going to get to the post office by Wednesday to send me a challenge lock. I appreciate that, brother. I did Elroy's number 18 and rather enjoyed that, and not send the missus any more gifts. I appreciate that. She has not shut up about that stupid lock, you son of a bitch. She loves it, man. She actually hung it from her favorite purse. That was very, very nice of you, man. We both appreciate it. Uh, yeah, cool. All right, get back to picking.
Oh, but yeah, Lenny, that's I can't remember who the one that was doing that, but yeah, it was pretty cool. It's almost like what is it called? ASMR, but for like locks. It was just nice that you can hear all the the clicking and all that in the lock at the same time. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's funny that you say that. So we have like we do a Thanksgiving party and Christmas party and all that for my company too. And what's nice is that for every single one of those parties, they let you pick out a gift that they order for you, for every holiday. And that mic was actually one of the ones I chose. It was pretty cool. So
Oh wow! So you got that as a white elephant gift.
yeah, basically, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Cool. One of my favorite memories from that kind of stuff when I was in the military. One of my units, we had a pretty tight group, and we did a white elephant, and somebody in the bag had put a bottle of Crown, and man, that thing got stole, and they didn't have a limit on how many times, or no, they did have a limit, but it was a higher limit. It was like 5 times. That thing got stole a ton, and the funniest thing is, the guy who stole it the last time that finally ended up with it was the one guy that, like, he's part of your unit, so you include him, but nobody liked him. He's just a jerk. Like, not the funny jerk, not the guy that you love. Like, every time you talk about him, you're like, oh, I love that asshole. He
Yeah,
was a bad kind of asshole, just a fucking piece of shit. And the
yeah,
funniest thing was he was the sorest winner, just rubbing everybody's nose in it, like not in a friendly way, like just being a real dick about it. And I couldn't understand why the guy that had brought it just had this shit-eating ear-to-ear grin, because he's one of those good assholes. He was a really nice guy, a good guy, but an asshole in the right way.
yeah, yeah.
And after everything was done, he's like, "Hey, I'm doing shots. Who's with me?" And they're like, "Oh, you're gonna share?" He goes, "No, get your own shit. I'm shooting my shit." So he wasn't even gonna share it. And he opens the thing up and pours himself a shot and chugs it, giving everybody the finger that he's not gonna share. The thing was full of sweet tea. He drank all the whiskey out of it, and he gave him sweet tea, and he was so pissed. And everybody thought it was the funniest thing. So of course they're rubbing it, in and laughing at him, which just made it worse. Oh, it was so friggin' perfect.
Yeah, that worked out for the best right there.
Yeah, yeah, just awesome.
Yeah, hopefully that will teach his ass a lesson. Doubt it
Yeah,
though.
yeah, just weird guy, real big jerk. Just yeah, but karma got his ass. So
Yeah, it did. That was a swift kick in the nuts from Karma right there. I love when
yes,
that.
yes, very much. I can see if I get something. There we go. Maybe. Maybe. This Yale keyway is very tight. I'm trying to reach that back pin. There you go, baby. Come on. Come on. Jimmy Locks for the win. There we go. There we go.
Oh, Mr. Gray. Got
Who's here?
Greyhound. Yep, Greyhound.
Oh, Greyhound dropped in. What's up, buddy? Yeah, let me catch up on comments. Oh, Greyhound got some mail. Hey, Greyhound, if you want, there is a link at the top. Anybody is welcome to jump in. So if you want to get that done tonight, you're welcome to join us. Whenever I see you in Restream, I'll make you live and you can share with us. Or if you want to do something with me another day, I am totally cool with that, bud. Oh, I like that idea, Grouchy. If you ever do a white elephant gift thing, I'm bringing beginner lock picking set to see how people react. Yeah, I almost thought about the FNG kit from Covert Instruments with the see-through padlock. Is buying a few of those to give to people. When my son came home, some of his buddies came to visit him, and my son, his girlfriend, one of his buddies, my son-in-law, a handful of people are like, "Oh, what are you doing? Oh, that's so cool!" And I'll let them, pick the see-through one. Help them thought that was cool, but one of them really got into it. He picks a white, a yellow, and an orange on his first day.
Oh,
I'm like,
nice.
you're a natural. You want to get into it, but I haven't. The only time I've seen him since we went out as a family, which he's kind of part of the family. He's not blood, but we love that kid.
Yeah.
And we went out to the local zoo. Well, not local, it's an hour away, but the zoo up in Waco was doing like a holiday lights where you go walk through the zoo and they've got Christmas lights up everywhere. But it's for donation. The funds help them take care of the animals and all that stuff. And we invited him and his girlfriend to come with us.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
got to see him for that. But next time he comes over, I think I'm gonna give him a basic pick set.
It sounds like he has a knack. That's for sure. That's badass.
Yeah, yeah, he was a little ninja.
Yeah, he just has that it factor.
All right, Greyhound says he can. He's got somebody coming to the house. No problem, brother. Hit me up on Discord or something. We'll schedule it. No worries. I think I've got the day after Christmas, as long as nothing gets in the way. Broke Picks and I are planning on doing a live, so you can join us for that one, or we'll just do something you and I, whatever.
Oh, nice. The day after Christmas.
Yeah, Friday.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome, Lenny. Lenny says he gave out FNG sets to a bunch of people and it went over pretty big. Oh, Greyhound says he'll be there in a little. Cool. Party on, party people. Oh, we lost Rob. All right, let me get back on camera and start picking again. See, I was telling Rob, unless you guys go back and watch the recording of this, I don't think anybody was on yet because this wasn't announced or planned. Well, Rob and I planned it about an hour ago. Anyway, I think I am going to start taking the short stories that I've done for everybody. A couple of you have read them out loud on lives or recordings, but the last couple I've sent, the people haven't felt comfortable reading them or just didn't for whatever reason, which no issues, but I think I'm going to take the short stories I've put out and read them myself, record my voice, and then put it to an AI video and do them as a another playlist on my channel, so to speak. And Swamp Picker, I've started with yours, so I'm working on that one right now. And we'll see how it turns out. But I plan on doing the whole series so that everybody can see them in one consolidated location. But right as of right now, if you include Grouchy's, which his is kind of letter zero, it was more meant as just a funny satire piece since the post office lost or stole the poker chip I sent to him. Which ironically, I think the next letter I sent to him was cut or opened on the side. So I don't know if people think, we're sending silver dollars during the holiday and they're trying to steal them. But I got in a letter from Elroy the other day. He was sending a chip and the stickers for the Boxer Rabbi, and it had been cut. And I'm like, this can't be coincidence that every time a poker chip is sent. So you guys, write in the comments if you notice that. And I don't know if this is year round that's happening, or if this is specific because it's the time of year and maybe somebody with sticky fingers, or if they're just trying to they want to try and get whatever's in there out of there so they can run it through the machine. But I'm putting the more expensive stamp on it, the non-machinable stamp that's 3 times the cost. But a bunch of my stuff that I'm sending out, so I found that taping the poker chips to the inside and securing it, they have to completely destroy the envelope to get it out, so to speak. Because the post office get a bunch of little bitches.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what? That's actually happened on my end too. I actually ordered something from Greyhound. It actually happened a couple times, but the last one was from Greyhound, and it was cut at the top too, and then taped over again. Like they were trying to see what it was to see if they wanted it, and then they just taped it back up. So
yeah, and even Grouchy says in the comments that that's too much of a coincidence. I completely agree. It's happened too many times. So Greyhound's in the lobby. I got him in here right now. It's just his little Circle G logo, but whenever he hops in, we'll make his screen big and give him the floor so he can do a little lock mail with us.
sounds good.
That's something just nope, that's somebody else beeping.
Very weird. It's very strange. I'm here, but it won't let me turn on my camera. And I'm not sure why.
I don't. Checking restream. I don't have you in asshole mode or anything. I mean, you should have full right.
Yeah, and I'm checking, and my camera is on. I mean, I can enable it. I wonder if it's.
Here, let me see if there's too many people. I'm going to take myself out and see if it does anything better for you.
I don't think that's it. If I go into settings, there's just nothing there for a camera. So it's like it's just all not. Right.
You want to try disconnecting and reconnecting, or you can just read it to us, whatever you want to do, bud. I'm gonna have to figure this one out later. This thing's just been kicking my butt since I bought it.
One of them, huh?
So we're going to see if we get lucky messing around with this Medico. Let me double check. No, he's still not back yet. All right, guys. So this is my current project. I don't know if you guys were here when I was talking about it. Maybe I'd logged in yet, but I talked about it earlier in the stream. I've been progressive pinning this Medico M3. The first 3 pins are security pins. I got a mushroom, and then a barrel. But then the last 3 are regular. So I've been able to pick it with 1, 2, and 3 in it. And after I did that, I just put them all in there. So I've been messing with it, trying to learn this thing, but I feel like I'm making some progress. So anyway, we'll try and give this a shot, see if we have any luck. Why is it not going to want to grab? I will say, with how big the keyway is on this and how open this is, finding a consistent turning tool that has worked has been a challenge. That's the bigger one here. They're trying to mess with these. You guys saw my videos. These are the prototype tension tools that Jimmy Longs has made, and I got a set. I was lucky enough to meet him at that live lockpicking thing in Austin earlier this month.
Oh, nice.
So I've been trying to play with those, and they certainly have areas that they fit better. Where something else isn't working. Oh, looks like he's back. All right, hold on. All right.
Hey, looks like it's working. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. All right, you got the big screen, buddy. We're just going to shut up and pick. You have the floor.
Yeah, I won't be able to be on here for very long, but I thought we'd at least get this done. See what kind of goodness I got sent.
I'm actually going to sit back and enjoy it fully.
I sent the package off to you today, sir.
All right, thank you, thank you.
That sticker's cool, man. I like your sticker.
Thank you.
I like it a lot, sir.
It is a cool sticker.
And there's that lovely little poker chip. You know, I haven't had issues with poker chips. I heard you guys talking about that with mail. I haven't had issues with my poker chips, but I'm on my third package now being sent to people that never make it.
Oh, no.
And this latest one, the post office gal's like, well, I can see what container it went in. There's the poker chip, folks. And I can see that the container made it to the final destination, but there's no record of your package after that.
Hell.
I really got to wonder if this time of year, if it's common for people to send, silver dollars or something like that, and somebody's trying to get sticky finger. You know, I don't know, but it's weird.
Right? It is. It's, I don't know. And it's not only this time of year. I mean, I've had ones other times a year. One of them, the post of the mailman actually said, yeah, I put it in the wrong mailbox. I know I did. It never made it to the person it was supposed to go to, even though it went to the same building. But I had another one where they actually, instead of putting it in the person's mailbox, they dropped it on a desk, a counter in a mail room at the apartment building, and somebody else made off with it.
Yeah.
So then I had to redo it all.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Well, do you want me to read this thing?
If you're comfortable reading it, by all means, go ahead. If you're not
Hey,
comfortable,
I can try hardly. I can read as bad as the rest of them.
All right. Lay it
All
on
right.
us.
Short story, episode 6, huh? They call him Greyhound, and nobody could quite agree why. That's my secret. Some swore it was because he spent half his nights at the racetrack, leaning on railings, betting on long shots with names like Midnight Biscuit and Last Regret. Others claim it was because a trouble showed up. Greyhound would run like the wind, coat flapping, boots barely touching the ground. A few old-timers, after one night of too many drinks, whispered that he was just a dog in a coat. And honestly, no one could prove otherwise. That's why I keep off camera. What was certain was this: Greyhound loved locks. He loved the feel of a pick sliding home, the quiet tension before the click, the way a stubborn tumbler finally gave up like it had just remembered a prior engagement. Every job was a wager. Every lock was a race. He always bet on himself, and he usually won. I don't know if I'd go that far. Greyhound had expensive tastes: silk-lined gloves, good whiskey, hotels with views, and towels thicker than common sense. When his funds ran low, he didn't panic. He just smiled, checked the track listing, and took a walk through neighborhoods where doors wore jewelry on their handles and safes whispered promises behind walls. Velvet rope here, a private office there. Nothing a little patience and nerve couldn't open. Inside there was always something. Loose cash, a watch that gleamed like it knew it would be stolen, or a velvet box that felt lighter than it looked and heavier than guilt. Greyhound never took more than he needed. A professional knew when to leave the rest for the house. By dawn, he'd be back at the track, placing careful bets with hands that smelled faintly of oil and opportunity. Sometimes the horses won, sometimes they didn't, but Greyhound always walked away smiling because win or lose, he knew one thing for sure. Would always be another lock, another race, and if things went bad, well, Greyhound could always run. Oh, that's awesome, dude.
That was great.
That's awesome. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate you sending the stuff over and the time it takes to write those letters for people. That's outstanding.
My pleasure. I figured I needed to find a little niche in the community, and it just, when I wrote that friggin' satire piece for Grouchy Lenny after his poker chip went missing, I'm like, well, why don't I just make this a thing that I do for everybody I go live with? So
Right? Yeah, you're pretty good at it. So that is a talent and that is a skill I do not possess.
me and Chat GBT.
And Chat GPT.
Yeah, I use it to kind of, I'll feed it, I'll try and find something clever with somebody's name and, kind of come up with the idea of where I want to go with it. I'll ask Chat GPT to write a short story, give it a few cues and kind of what I want to do with it. It'll spit something out, and then I'll go through and polish it up and change a few things and make it, make more sense and flow a little better. But
that's awesome, man. That is awesome.
I don't have to make it all from scratch.
Well, again, I can't thank you enough for sending stuff over, and
my pleasure.
Yeah, would love to have you on the live again sometime. That's always fun. I always like when I get people to hop in and join instead of just me sitting there rambling. But
right?
Yeah, it's fun either way. I enjoy it. I love the lives. Honestly, that's probably the funnest part of the whole YouTube experience for me. Yeah, and then the rest of the community as well, right? But doing those lives and getting people on and communicating in the chats, man, that's just a good time.
Yeah. Well, what we do for the next live Greyhound is let me cover up the address here. But I forgot to take these this morning when I went to town. But I've got them sitting here with your name on them, and I next time I go to town, I will get those shipped. But yeah, next time let's do a mail call together, and I'll get this out to you ASAP.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, well, we went out to you today. I did not include the Medico because I'm kind of playing with that one for a bit, but I'll put your name on it, and you can have the Medico next.
Well, we'll see. That's what I'm picking on now. So if I get this one, I'm good.
Man, that side slider is a killer on that thing. That's driving me nuts. I don't know which is worse, that or the biaxial. I don't know which one is harder.
That one's got grub screws, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so do me a favor. Rob and I were talking before we went live. His next step is to try and work on a Medico to work on his purple belt. And I recommended that he get a mortise with the grub screws.
Yep.
When you're done playing with it, do me a favor. Give it to Rob. Pass it on to him because he'll actually need it and use it more than me.
Yep, I can do that. I will try and remember. Let's put it that way. But yeah,
that's a lot of whiskey from now.
Right. I've got a biaxial that I've been fighting with too, and that thing is. I can get it up to 5 pins. I can't get it when I add the 6th pin.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is my it's a 6-pin M3, and that's what I've been working on. My first 2 pins are mushrooms. My 3rd pin's a barrel, and pin 4, 5, and 6 are standard. And I've progressively picked 1, 2, and 3, and I've gotten it. Yep. I just threw everything back in it, and I figure I'm just gonna stubborn, keep working on it until I get it. So I'm gonna end up with 5,000 hours of recorded video, and then I'll take the one video where I got it and submit that for my.
They're crazy. Yeah, they are crazy. I need to get one more lock for my purple belt. I've got one down. I got one to go. So it'll have to be one of these 2 Medicos, I guess.
Yeah, this will be my first, and then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try and do this. I got a SFIC, but you got to pick it both to the operating and to the control for it to be a purple, and it's got to be the one video. So once I figure this thing out, I'll start messing with this one.
Yeah, I did the Mindy Pagoda, the flat key, for my first one.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, you're going to stick with us for a bit, Greyhound, or do you got to get going?
Well, I might have to get going. I got things to get done, and then I got to go to bed.
Okay.
At 5 o'clock in the morning comes really early.
Oh, real quick.
Oh, I'm not in the military anymore. I don't do that 5 a.m. bullshit.
Yeah, I get up about 5, and then I work 6 to 3, and then I'm off for the day. So
Gotcha. So,
Yeah.
Rob or Greyhound, you sound a little older like me. Just the gravelly sound of your voice. So I'm guessing you might know this. Rob, I'm guessing you're a little younger than us. So you might not know this. Have you ever seen the movie Good Morning Vietnam with Robin Williams?
Nope, I haven't.
Greyhound, I'm guessing you've seen it.
Excellent movie.
All right. So one of my favorite lines when you said getting up at 5 in the morning. So in the military, that's 0500.
Yep.
You remember what the O stands for?
Oh my God, it's early.
Damn right. 10 a.m. is about the right time to get up.
Yep. I
don't
have been in that 5 o'clock get up since military days and law enforcement, and it's just stuck with me. So for the life of me, I can't sleep in.
No, even mandatory PT. I mean, I did it. I woke up and I hated every minute of it. And the day I got out, you know, every once in a while, if I'm going on like an iron butt ride, like back in June, I did 1,000 miles in one day riding out to Georgia. I was going to a national meeting for my motorcycle association. You know, I get up at 4 or 5, get going. But the average day that happens 2 or 3 times a year at the most. Luckily I run my own company now, so I don't make my first appointment to start a home inspection until 10 a.m. So I get up about 8:30, get dressed, out the house by 9.
No. I had my choice of what hours I wanted to work, and I picked the early hours because that way I get off early enough I can get shit done and have some time with the family or go pick up the grandkids after school if I want.
Yeah, well, I may change that once my kids start having babies and I've got grandbabies.
Yep.
I may start looking at doing that.
Oh. Thought I'd grab and try and pick one lock while I was sitting here, but I don't know if it's going to cooperate tonight. Lock sometimes a PETA. Using my lovely little RuneSmith pick.
Finally got that damn 240 open.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah. I was putting up a fight.
Labs out there in the chat.
That's a nice pick. I like that pick you got right there.
Yeah, it's I've got a custom set that were made for me by RuneSmith. We did some trading of tools.
That is sweet.
He makes beautiful stuff.
Yeah, he does.
Custom engraves the runes on them.
Oh, Sushi joined us. What's up?
Sushi, how's it going?
Looks like Grouchy had to go. I don't know if you're still here, Grouchy. Merry Christmas to you and the family, my friend. Sushi, you're another one that I haven't done a live with. You and Transparent Eyeball, I think, are the only ones in the comments right now that I haven't done a live with. So links at the top. If you want to jump in, you're welcome to join us. If you want to do a collab with me just one-on-one later or whatever, hit me up on Discord. Same name. And I'm in LPU, Dog Pack, bunch of them.
Woo.
But yeah, after this one, I'm going to have to work on a for Rob.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I need to the videos I'm talking about doing as soon as I finish up swamp pickers. I think I'm going to do the two that didn't read theirs were Elroy didn't read his, and his is kind of Christmas themed, so I want to get that one out ASAP. And then Broke Picks.
Yeah, he posted the letter up though for people to read.
Yeah, I think both of them did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that how those videos come out. What you're gonna do. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it regardless. So, but like I said, it's just something fun to do. I'll definitely be slowing down once the summer hits. House buying picks up in the summer, and I'll be pretty busy with my company. But this time of year's, I've got lots of downtime. So.
Now I've got another order that'll be here shortly for inventory, and sounds like Southern threw a couple of extras in there, so I'll have some stuff for another giveaway here soon.
Nice. Yeah, I'm approaching my 100 subscribers, so I need to start working on what I'm going to do for my first one.
Yeah.
Laugh said you got yours today, Rebel.
I got what?
He said he got something from you today.
Okay. Yeah, everybody. I sent out basically 4 kind of got skipped because it's on hold. It's Rabbi Picker's getting one, but I haven't even sent his package yet because I'm waiting on stuff to come in.
Are you sending something over to Rabbi?
Yeah, so him and I were just talking, and we were going to do a lock exchange. I was going to send him some stuff. He's going to send me some stuff. But then other people heard about it. So Grouchy Lenny sent me stuff. Elroy sent me stuff. Rabbi did the Berserker challenge, so he's having Lockjaw send me the patch so I can put it in his thing. So I'm just waiting on that. But if you got something you want to send him, send it to me.
And I'll send you on another little package of a couple of goodies to send over to him.
Yeah, so here, let me
I like that guy.
Let me show you. Yeah, great guy. Let me show you all what I've got so that we don't double up. Move my camera a little bit.
By the way, Greyhound, these handles and this folder, amazing.
Good. I'm glad you're enjoying them.
Okay.
I should almost get you some new ones because I've got a new 3D printer, and man, it does a much better job.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah, I want to get as soon as Delta 44 or 44 Delta opens back up. I need to get the Reaper handles ordered.
Yeah, here's one of those right here. I printed off my new one.
Okay, nice. Elroy sent a poker chip form and stickers. I've got my poker chip sticker and his short story. I'm guessing this is stickers and poker chip from Grouchy. Grouchy sent a lock for me, but I already had it, so we're forwarding that to Rabbi. And he sent Rabbi a one of these Master 6835. Is that what it is? Oh, let me grab mine.
I believe it is.
Yeah, the 6835.
Yeah.
So he's got that. I threw in the Packlock 100G, an Avis 83,
Man.
a American 5200,
Well, that's going to be a pricey little box to send, isn't it?
Yes. Generic Lotto, generic, doorknob, a U-Haul.
That'll be good for him because he can't get a lot of that stuff over there.
Yeah, exactly. One of the Ace green belts, a Master Lock 140, Brinks 162, a Master 3, quick set, and then just a little novelty lock. So yeah, he's getting a bunch of stuff.
Oh, he's got a pack coming.
Yeah, maybe I'll just throw you an envelope with a couple of poker chips for him and some stickers.
Yeah, and that works too. So
looks like a lot of locks.
Yeah,
but I'd certainly be willing to chip in and help you with the shipping costs on that.
Getting heavy already. This thing is getting heavy already.
Right? And it's pricey to send that far anyway.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, he's going to have a good little swag box going. And then whenever his Berserker patch comes in, I offered to send him mine if he was anxious to get it, wanted it in a hurry. but he wants it in his envelope and he's not in a rush. So we're just waiting for whenever Block Talk gets back to me. And then, yeah, I'll wait for um, your stuff, Greyhound, and I'll throw that in the box as well.
Yeah, I'll try and grab that up, throw some stuff in a box in the morning, and get that or a band envelope or something sent off to you. There's stuff already on its way to you, but I'll throw a couple more things.
Yeah. Well, like I said, probably not a big rush. We're waiting on Lockjaw, so if it's in a week after the holidays, not a big deal.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get some stuff from Lockjaw for who was it for Dots? I think send over to him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that as well.
What cat? Cool. And A Labs, I think I said it before, but if you want to jump in and share your story, you're welcome to jump in, or if you want to do one just you and me later, whatever's good. And
Yep.
Broke Pick just joined us. What's up, bro?
And I'm going to drop out, guys. Thank you very much for having me on. And man, I greatly appreciate it. The story is awesome. I'll get that maybe hung up here with some other goodies.
Sorry, I forgot today.
No, that's all good. No rush, man. All right. You guys have a wonderful night. If I don't talk to you again before, Merry Christmas, one and all.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. All right. So there he goes. Broke, for what it's worth, if you're feeling like jumping in on the fun, link is at the top of the pinned at the top. You're welcome to join us if you want, but we're just picking locks and talking shit and hanging out.
Hanging.
I'm gonna try this new one you and I were talking about. So Rob and I were talking about this earlier. It's part of the I don't know what they call this one, but it's part of the Apex set. Let's see if I can get this on camera. Friggin' focus. Come on, baby, you can do it. I believe in you. It doesn't seem to want to focus, but there's a little bit of a tooth on the end of this. So it's like a flat hook and a Jim Hook had a kit, I guess. I don't know how else I'd describe it. But I think it might be good for this Medico. So we'll see.
I think I think that's the I think it's like a DeForest hybrid or something like that.
Yeah, I might look it up.
See, covert.
All right, no rush, Broke. If you want to join us, you're welcome anytime. Do your thing. Yeah, I'll have to look up what this is later.
Yeah, I'm checking it out. I gotta know the name.
Gotta scratch that itch.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I do that every time my wife and I watch a movie. And it's like, I recognize that guy, but where do I recognize him from? We got to look up who he is, see what other movies he's been in. Oh, yeah, we remember him from this movie, this TV show, this whatever.
Yeah, it bugs. Yeah, it's like you said, I got to scratch that itch. I hate when it happens.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So it's a DeForest diamond.
A what diamond?
DeForest diamond. DeForest. Yeah.
And every time I hear that term, deforest, I think of growing up in the Northwest and, save the spotted owl, put all the loggers out of work.
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what goes through my head, too. So the other one, cool. I haven't tried it yet, but that Nessie one's pretty cool because it's like you can rake it really quick, get it in a full set, and then flip it around and single pin pick the rest.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta, I've messed with the McTickler a little. There's a double McTickler. There's a, couple interesting ones in there that, just haven't messed with yet.
Yeah, same here.
So I've been anxious to try. I bought a couple sets of the Jimmy Longs when I was at that live event, but the only thing they had with them were the 15,000s, and I'm still fairly new and a little heavy-handed, and I'm just getting to the point where I still like the 25,000s if I can get them in there because I'm heavy-handed, but I'm getting to the point where with these 20,000s, I don't feel like I'm going to break them. You know, I feel them flexing every once in a while and I back off. But when I use these 15ths, I'm just afraid I'm going to bend the piss out of those, which, I mean, I guess that's part of the sport, but I need to learn a little more.
Well, I'm with you. I got
Gentle.
most of them in 15 too. I got those. I think I pretty much got all the ones in 15s, but yeah, I got it. I do the same thing. I'm a little heavy handed too, and try not to be.
Sit back in frame. Why am I so far out of frame? Well, should be my luck. I would pick this Medico and not catch it on camera.
That's exactly how it go. So what happened that the other night I was doing picking this one right here, the 98 Pro, and I finally get it popped, and then I was gonna go start to gut it and everything, and then my phone died. I was so mad.
Yeah, I've been messing around with one thing I've noticed is a lot of people don't talk about their setups. So a bunch of us have been, trying to learn from each other and help each other out. And I bought a nicer webcam for the laptop, and then the camera you guys are on now, I bought one of the Osbot Tiny Cam 2s that can pan, tilt, all that jazz. And I'm really liking it, but I don't want to spend $200 on a rig to bolt it to my setup. So here, let me zoom out and I'll kind of pan tilt around here. So you've got my desk or my picking table, which is a sewing table. That's why I don't know if you guys ever noticed this thing's moving, is I can put my sewing machine here. Yes, mine, not my wife's. I sew on my leather vest, and I learned in the military when I was sewing aviation survival stuff.
It's a good trade to, good trick to know.
Yeah, but this is kind of my picking table. But then if you come up over here, I've got my desk and me and my PJs. So if I'm sitting at my desk, I can see the comments. I try and put it here to look over my shoulder. But if I attach it here to look down at this table, it's the wrong angle and you can't see, through my big fat hands, you can't see the lock and what I'm doing. So trying to figure out the right setup has been interesting.
Oh, that's pretty cool though. What is that one called?
The camera or the what?
Is it the camera doing it, or is it the jig that's turning it?
No, so the camera itself has a pan, tilt, zoom. You can zoom it in, zoom it out, pan, tilt, drive it all around. It's just a here, I'll show you the
Cool.
on itself. Come on. So down here on the right side of my screen, zoom in a little bit more. So right here, this little guy, I can use this controller to pan it up, down, left, right, and then this to zoom it. But then these little guys down here are presets. So like if I hit this preset for table, it's going to take you back to the table and zoom back out. So it knows where it should be looking.
That is
so it's a nice little setup. And I've just got it on let me switch to my other camera and see if you can see it. All right, so here's crazy. This is just on top of my laptop, so let me steal it. It's on top of my second screen. But this is the rig I'm running. It's just just like the small rig clamp on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
And I've just got the cable running underneath my table back to the laptop to plug in. But you can loosen these up, and this joint, this joint, and this joint can move around, but it's only a 22-inch, little guy.
Yeah.
So versus getting something that goes up across the whole top, down to the other side, all that jazz, would be nice, but I'm not wanting to spend a shit ton of money.
Oh yeah, nah. That is pretty sweet though. I like that.
So yeah, I was pretty happy with it. Unfortunately, the actual camera itself is a little expensive. Hey, Brooks in. What's up, brother?
What's up, bro?
Not a damn thing.
So
What's new
anyway,
with
that camera's a little expensive. I want to say it's around 300, give or take, a little more. I caught it on Black Friday at like 250 to 275. But Nightmare says you got mission control set up.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
ground control.
Oh yeah, so Broke said that's why it's called, because it was named after a park ranger. Okay.
Yeah. Ranger or officer, whatever you want to call it, deforest.
So what you're saying is if I get good enough at this and influential enough in this space, someday I could have a pick named the asshole.
Yep, absolutely. There's a Raitan deforest right there.
Okay. So do we know the entomology, so to speak, or the history of why that specific shape? Is that something that that person designed, or that's just the favorite lock or the favorite one that they liked, or?
They designed it. That park ranger. I can't remember the whole story on it, but I know he sold it to Raitan and they named it after him. And
Okay. Sounds like it should be a short story about a ranger that's, running through the woods trying to get away from a bear, has to break into a forestry cabin that some asshole put a lock on, and he had to fashion something quick and
yeah, for sure.
You'd think that would be the way it happened.
all right. Let's get back to this thing.
Yeah, I always wanted to design a pick. When I think about all the designs are about design, I can't think of any other way to make one.
With
I did help Greyhound with a dog leg, but
With a
that
what?
was pretty cool.
say you helped them with creating the dog leg.
Yep.
Oh,
I love these dog legs too. They're like one of my go-to picks.
Yeah, they are mine too. He really hit the nail on the head and hit the ball out of the park.
Yeah, definitely.
The deep dog leg we put a lot of time and effort into too.
Well, yeah, you can just tell the work that went into these picks. They speak for themselves. That's for sure.
yeah, I've been holding off on buying more. I've got a bunch of the sparrows, the whole apex kit from Covert, and bought some Jimmy Longs, and it's like, all right, I've spent a lot in this sport the first month I got into it,
Yeah.
but eventually I want to get with Greyhound, get some of his stuff, and I want to get with Phantasm Industries, get one of their tool rolls. There's so much
Yeah.
good stuff out there.
There is. There is.
I've had just about it all at one point or another. I don't have the Apex set. It just didn't, I don't know. It just wasn't something I was excited about.
Yeah,
I held,
I'm really
I
and what
was
got
always
me
a
turned
big,
on to it was everything I read online when I bought my first decent set was sparrows. But then when I bought my first group of locks from Greg Potter on Facebook, Art of Lock Picking, he has a pretty good set for new to intermediate lock pickers. I think it goes up to orange, maybe one blue. I think just orange, or sorry, one green. There may have been a green in it, but decent set. But he sent a F&G kit with it,
oh
which I
yeah.
already had the acrylic padlocks, but that was my first set of, covert instruments, and they were just the naked, no handle attached, but I was pretty impressed with the quality of it. So when I started looking at their website, saw the Apex kit, and they had these injection molded handles. I'm like, okay, I really like that, and just took the plunge and bought the whole kit.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of Peterson's for quite a long time. There's still the gem in 18,000s is, and I've had this since they debuted them. It's finally wearing out. It's got a curve to it, and I have a few more because I always buy extra because just in case something breaks, and but I liked those. I like the injection molded handles.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah,
was
I figure at some point I need to try out, those. I need to try out Greyhound. I need to try out Mokies.
Yep.
But I've only been in this a month, and I've got, a decent setup, and I've spent way too much between all the streaming stuff and all this. I bought the Reaper set. I bought this entire friggin' backlog kick set. Bought the whole rainbow.
Yeah, it adds up quick. I've spent at least $20,000 or more over the years. Probably more.
Well, does not surprise me.
it goes up quick. That's for sure.
Certainly can.
But it is my I wouldn't trade it for the world. I do enjoy every aspect of it, and
Yeah, my problem is it's not my only hobby. So between this, anything to do with firearms, shooting them, collecting them, reloading ammo. I'm a firearms instructor. Friggin', I'm on boards for firearm charities. Riding my bike. Just
yeah, me
there's
too.
too much to spend money on.
Yeah, if it isn't guns, lockpicks, or Harleys, or Milwaukee stuff.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, I
another.
got to handle all that work for my company, and that's the other thing is trying to put time and money into my company and growing it. Early this next year, we're going to hit 3 years in business.
Nice.
No, check.
I've got almost every version of the pack out.
Yeah, you were telling me that on the last string we did together. You just need the 5-drawer, or which one is it you need?
The 4-drawer.
The 4-drawer.
Yeah, the 4-drawer and the normal size thin fastener case.
Those pack outs are sweet setups.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. Didn't have any Milwaukee tools, but I had tried the rigid case when those came out. It was decent. Bought the Ryobi case. That thing's a piece of junk. I'm a big fan of the Ryobi tools. That they've had that 18-volt system forever, and they haven't changed it. So you got old tools that work with the new batteries. If you got an old battery that still works, it works with the new stuff. But if you're a professional, if you're showing up to somebody's house to do work that you've been paid for, and you show up with those tools, unfortunately, stigmas are stigmas, and people judge. It's not a professional look. So when I started my business, I bought a bunch of Milwaukee stuff, and I bought the Milwaukee pack out to haul it all. And I get so many compliments on my setup when I show up to a house. I'm wearing my uniform. I got this rolling chest. All my tools are Milwaukee. Realtors and everybody's like, wow, that's impressive. I really like your setup. It's very clean. It's very professional. And that gets me return business, which is the key in my industry.
Yep.
Yep, 100%.
It's crazy. Milwaukee literally makes a pull for everything, like even the smallest of things. It's insane.
Yeah.
Just about. The one thing I haven't bought yet that I just can't bring myself to buy, I use a one of those infrared temperature guns. Like you pull the trigger, a little laser comes out, and I can shoot air registers to see the air conditioning. What's my delta T, the temperature differential between what it's pulling in, what it's blowing out, in cooling mode and heating mode, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Milwaukee makes a nice one, but it's $250, whereas the one I got's like $80, and it works great.
Yeah, I'm struggling with that too because I got my Klein, I got my Klein temperature sensor. And I absolutely love my Fluke T600 voltage meter and amp.
Yeah. I've got a Fluke 87, but I don't carry it for work. I'm not doing anything crazy. Milwaukee does make a multimeter that's got the little clamps on the end for doing amperage.
Yeah.
Which one of the things, if I'm checking out a air conditioner or a HVAC system and the heater isn't putting out the proper heat and it's an electric unit, check the amperage draw and see if there's a issue there with the
Board.
resistance heat coils. If one of the coils isn't firing, something like that. Sometimes I'll dig into them, but it just depends how much time I got. If I found a ton of other stuff on the house, and I've got another appointment, I might not have time to dig into it. So I don't always do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted it all matching since, hell, I've been retired now since 2017, since my accident, and I just started working a little bit part-time. Found out apparently I'm a idiot savant at appliance repair.
Okay.
Never knew it. Who knew? And, yeah, I went down the Milwaukee rabbit hole deep.
All right, guys. I don't know how many people are still here. There's nothing going on in the comments, so we may have lost everybody, but there weren't any likes. So if anybody's still on, if you'd smash the like, help us out. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe,
Yeah.
all that jazz. If you're not subscribed to Broke, to Rob, or to Greyhound that was on earlier, everybody I'm seeing in here I know, so I assume you all already know each other. But if you haven't checked these guys out, please do so. They've got good channels.
Last year, Nightmare 2.
Cool. I know who my ride or dies are. Good boys.
Yeah.
I'm actually using my so I use my phone is for the streaming, so I got it pulled up on my laptop. So it says got 6 people here right now, so there's still some
Okay.
up there.
Cool. All right. That Medico's kicking my ass. I'm gonna put it down. Let's see what else I got that I haven't picked yet.
I got a couple here I haven't. Well, I got this one once. I think it was just a fluke. I got to get working back on this again. This Clevis 20-pin dimple.
Oh damn!
But I got this Assa 700 or 600. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's a 700. It's a black belt.
That's the one with Jen, right?
Yep. but I want to grub screw it. And I just haven't had time to get back to it. Then I got this Kava. I think it's a 12 or 14 pin. I got to get working on those.
Oh, nice.
We'll try this one out. This is one of the ones I got in that pack from Greg Potter.
Yeah.
It's a Chateau C970, and I have not spent a lot of time playing with it, but I have not managed to open it either. So
Yeah, those little disc locks right there, they can be a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I don't think I've picked one at all. I got the other day. I got some of the U-Haul ones as well. I got a bunch of locks. There we go. Bunch of locks on Marketplace,
Yeah.
and he was selling a group of them. And that's how I got that big Abus 85 that I've got. Was as part of that, which this caught my eye. I would have bought this for what he was selling it for. He wanted $40, and I think I offered him 30. But it was this, 3 of those U-Haul ones. And actually, I don't even know what this is. You guys can help me out. He also had, as part of the thing, let me zoom my camera out. It's a big old lock for locking up somebody's tire.
Yeah.
But the lock on it is one of the ones that has the bidding. Let's see if I can get it on camera here. The bidding's in the middle, so it's kind of a U shape. See if we can get that to show.
So
Come
it's
on.
almost like one of them smiley dimple locks. That's what it is a smiley dimple lock.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So I'll mess with that at some point, or I'll mess around with my bike buddies and start locking up their bikes and pissing them off.
Oh, hell yeah.
But yeah, I got this. I got that Abus 85. I got 3 of those U-Haul locks. And I think he even had a master lock or 2 for $30. I'm like, yeah, that's sweet. I'll take that.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's a deal.
I go to like those restores too. They usually have a lot of good stuff. Every once in a while, they'll have some good mortise cylinders and stuff. Some padlocks laying around. I bought a safe from there. I had a S&G 6730, I think these are.
Yeah, I haven't really messed with any of the combo stuff, safe stuff.
Oh, it's addicting.
Yeah.
I love the safe stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to just stick with pin tumbler through my black belt.
Yeah.
You know, just really good at these before I even start messing with dimples or anything else.
Yeah, I'd like to see if you can make it through to the black belt and only do pin tumblers. I'm kind of scatterbrained. I was all over the place when the LPU started, and they finally talked me into doing the belt system. Until I got kicked out.
I've already got my first purple here is the Medico M3, and then I've got an SFIC that I'm going to try and pick to both the operating and the control line. For my brown belt, I'm going to do a Primus Everest.
Yeah.
And kind of my idea is, I think once you get, obviously at purple, you got to get 2. So once I pick that, I'm going to try and do this. I've got it on order, but it's not in yet. My son actually bought it for me as a Christmas present. I'm getting a Medico M4 for my red belt that'll go in this. So I'll pick that, but submit it with the Primus Everest as my brown belt. And then when I pick my black belt, I think this is a ASA 600 twin or 6,000 twin, whatever the
Yeah.
twin is. But I think at red, you've got to have 4 entries. I know at black you have to. Nightmare, no. But anyway, trying to save myself a little time and money is, pick this, but submit the video for both these, but then have that video be good enough that I can use it here. But
Mhm.
I'm obviously get some more. And the only other locks I've got is I got this off Marketplace, a Medico can lock. That's a brown belt.
Yeah,
And
those
I've
are
got
a pain in the ass.
Biolock. That's a double black belt. But I'm still going to need to get at least some more stuff in the black area, to try and get my black belt, which I'm hoping I'll be able to finish that in 2026. I'm hoping to get there, but we'll just see how I progress.
Yeah. You'll have ups and downs, and then you'll just get stuck for a little bit at different levels. And you just don't feel like you're going to progress. And then all of a sudden, it just clicks, and then off to the races you go.
So Nightmare says you got kicked out of LPU. What for?
Oh,
You brought it up. You gotta share now.
yeah, I know. I didn't think about that. Sometimes I speak before I think. I had a disagreement with another um, uh, content creator, a pretty big one, and I pretty much told him on the Reddit. I was like, you know what? You're a real piece of shit. I always knew you were, but you're just a fucking piece of shit. And so they kicked me out because I was on the LPU Reddit when I said it, and banned me
Oh,
for
you said it publicly instead of a DM. Yeah.
yeah. I don't give a shit. I have my issues with the LPU anyway. I don't really care, but yeah, that's why I got kicked out.
Gotcha. So now you're
Because
saying apparently I only need 2 picks per level. I thought when I was looking at the website I needed 4 for red and above, but maybe that's if you don't do the epic quests or something. I don't know.
but yeah, for some reason they called me a bigot and and bullying and harassment and stuff. And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
you just can't call somebody a piece of shit anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the world is sensitive flowers these days.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
I take the community pretty seriously. If it wasn't for this community, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. And when I feel people are taking advantage of people or aren't here for the right reasons, I fucking call them out because it offends me. And I don't want to see that. This is a good community and there's very good people in it. And people I owe my life to, you know? So,
Completely understandable.
Yeah, it's definitely what's kept me coming around is this community is everything's gonna have its bad apples, but for the most part, this is a damn good community. I like
Yep.
the people.
yep, you can't get no better people. And like you said, we get bad apples, and I've been known to overreact every once in a while, but I just really hate that fucker. And I
It
finally
happens.
couldn't take it anymore, listening to his bullshit. And, I was like, you know what? Fuck you.
All right, fellas, the wife gave me the look. I gotta go get some dinner. So I
Uh-oh.
appreciate
You
you
said
having me on.
you calling it, Rob? All right, bud.
Yeah, gonna go grab some dinner. So you fellas have yourselves a good night, good day wherever you're at, and
Yep.
later.
Yeah.
Sounds
See you
good,
later.
Rob. See you.
All right, take care.
But all right. And catching up on the chat, Nightmare, you asked if that's gins or barrels in the twin. I don't know. I haven't opened it up yet. I bought it from Adam on the Lock Bazaar, and AMD Gavert or whatever his name is. It was listed as a black belt, but I haven't opened it. I don't really know what's going on. So, and somebody just opened my door and there shouldn't be anybody coming in this time of night. So I'm going to go check what's going on. Broke, you got it for a sec?
Yeah, I got it. I guess I'm
Oh,
gonna have to look
my
at
son's
it.
here. I'll be right back.
All right. Let
No,
me
no, no. I forgot that you were head back.
see if I can pull up the chat here.
And if you want, bud, just unhook it. Like, are you talked over about the trailer or?
Get that pulled up so you guys can't talk shit about me behind my back.
Just leave it so I can. Okay, sounds.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. Whatever works for you, and then yeah, just bring the keys back. Thanks, bud.
Get that pulled up so you guys can't talk shit about me. There it is. All right. Let's get that pulled up. All right. You back? All right.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, I'm back. That was my son-in-law, but that was my son coming back from work. He works as a paramedic, and he was grabbing my keys. He borrowed my hitch off my truck to use my big trailer, but I need it tomorrow. So uh, getting the hookup, I'm getting a new hot tub. Our hot tub got jacked up in a storm a while back, and the insurance company hasn't wanted to pay for it, but got the right deal on one. And I'm going to go pick up a used hot tub tomorrow, and so I need my big trailer to go get it. Nice. Nobody else has jumped in, and I lost Broke. He's completely disconnected. Oh, there he is, and he's back.
Yeah. Sorry.
There he
I pushed the wrong button. I had a bunch of tabs open, and I was like, I should get rid of those.
Yeah, Pornhub's addicting.
Yeah. You know, somebody's got to put these girls through nursing school, and damn it, I'm going to do it.
I don't remember how or why it happened. I think it was right after Sandy Hook or something, something where everybody lost their minds and, guns are evil. We must ban the inanimate objects. But for some reason, YouTube was demonetizing or like blocking any firearm videos. So a bunch of the firearms streamers started putting their shit on Pornhub.
Oh, yeah.
One of the local gun manufacturers here in Texas, they actually just got the contract to start building firearms for SOCOM for the Navy for the SEALs. It's Liberty Gunworks down in San Antonio. I've got two of their guns, and one of the times I went down to their shop, they had a patch that said Pornhub Armorer, and I bought that thing so fast, and it's hanging on the Velcro in my gun safe.
Nice.
Shit cracked me up.
You need to get a patch made of your logo here with the Velcro.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like that.
yeah, my hold on. Let me move all my empty cans here. But I actually had there's my stickers. I've had some of those made in some of the videos. I've got a hat with it on there, and I just did like a limited run. I did like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
And my leather vest, I've actually got a leather vest that I wear most of the year that's like sponsored by NASCAR. It's got all my stuff from my motorcycle association. But then Texas is so stinking hot, I've got a mesh vest that I wear.
Yeah.
It's minimal. It's what chapter I'm from, what my road name is, and then the back has my back patch from my organization, and then it's
Mm-hmm.
got this, right underneath my back, which is, for what it's worth, this is my personal logo. I didn't have the color done, and the little Texas star, I made it a Texas thing after moving here, but I have this tattooed on my upper back, so that's where that came from. But I had a few of them made. But yeah, I wouldn't mind making more of these, and maybe making them part of the giveaways, or something bigger. They're too expensive to send out like stickers, but
Yeah.
yeah, I really like that logo. I'm thinking about. I was talking earlier with I bought the whole set, all the colors for these pack lock kick cylinders. I'm going to have this laser engraved on here, but then I'm going to get all of them lined up and have something engraved across all of them, TX Rebel Lock Sport or something.
Yeah. You gotta have Aaron over at Southern Specialties do that. He does some good shit.
Yeah, I was thinking about just having somebody local do it. See if one of my brothers in my bike organization has a laser engraver, or a thought about buying one for the business. But it's something I could justify and I could use, and it would be fun. But it's nothing I need for the company. And
Yeah.
being a company, we're still, like we make a decent living, but if I've got 100% disability through the VA, that pays all our bills. So I haven't taken a dime from the company. I run it, I do all the inspections, and it offsets some of my living expenses. The internet, the cell phone bill, that kind of stuff. The company pays for because I use it for work.
Yeah.
But I haven't taken a dime of personal paycheck. And until we get to the point where making above average money, I don't want to be taking company funds and buying excessively extravagant things.
Yeah. I did that for many years. Had quite a few businesses. I wasn't able to work for people. This is a struggle doing a little part-time work for a buddy of mine,
That's one nice thing is right now it's, I say it's a company, and it is. I've got an LLC, but it's me. If
Yeah.
I'm in an attic or in a crawl space, my wife can take calls and she knows how to run the company software to book appointments, but it's her and I. So, I work for myself.
Yeah.
So I got to be nice to people I don't want to be sometimes. Sometimes you get a client that's Karen, but you got to,
Yeah.
your reputation as a company and their realtor. If they go back to the realtor, that Spectre was a jerk. Well, no offense, but that one client, how bad are they going to hurt you? Whereas that realtor, if they're bringing you, 1 or 2 people a month when they sell a house,
Yeah.
that's business. So, uh, luckily, every time we've had a complaint, so to speak, uh, as soon as we, have a chance to talk to them, they'll call in, hey, I've got a complaint about XYZ. My wife will take the complaint and let me know. And as soon as I get a chance, I'll pull up their report, refresh my mind, and call them, hey, what's the problem? What's going on? And every time it's been a misunderstanding that they just didn't understand, or, they misread the report, or they didn't. I had one guy called us and said, hey, there's $35,000 of damage to my house. You guys missed it. Who's paying for this? This is, I'm going to sue. And my wife
Yeah.
was freaking out, and I said, we'll deal with it. It'll be fine. We have insurance, uh, we've got an inspection agreement, there's things that have to happen. I will make a time this week to go look at his house again, see what he's talking about, compare it to the report. We'll take it as it goes, but we'll figure this out. But anyway, tried to call the guy, he didn't answer. So it was like 2 days later when finally, after playing phone tag, we actually got together. Well, by then the guy had actually read my report, and his tone totally changed from accusatory and yelling at my wife, and just thinking she's the office manager, to, sir, I read your report. Everything that's wrong with the house that I'm upset about was in your report. I apologize. I guess I misunderstood. I thought you or the realtor would have made a point of going over this with me if something was really bad. And I said, sir, I'll be honest. I'm sorry you're going through this, but when I pulled up the report and found out who was complaining, I was surprised you moved forward after everything I put in that report. That house is in really bad shape. And he goes, I'll be honest, I never read it. I assumed if there was something wrong, someone would have drawn my attention to it. I said, do you mean like when you paid me $700 to write you a 50-page report based on the inspection I did? That that was, were you just checking the block for the mortgage company, or what? Why wouldn't you read the report that you paid me almost $1,000 to do?
Yeah.
But that's been my experience. I'll bear it back. My son's back.
Yeah, no problem.
Parker, thank you, buddy. Love you. Have a good night.
See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yeah. What time do you get done with training? Oh, so
Let's see what we got in the chat. If there's anything going on. Try to pull that up again.
you're going in and okay. So what?
Yeah, right. See what we got in the chat.
Okay, so yeah, town before, or if you're back here before. And then I assume they'll come down. Get Alex. We'll go get it down
Nothing new. What do we got?
with Alex,
What are people we got watching? Is anybody there?
and that way it's done.
Anybody got any questions, concerns?
All right, love you, bud. All right, I'm back. Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, I've had those shitty customers like that over the years. Some you can deal with, some you can't.
Yeah.
I grabbed one by the scruff of his neck and drug him over his bushes until
I luckily haven't had to get physical with anybody. I did have one instance where I had some people who were not authorized to be on the property. I was inspecting a apartment complex.
yeah.
And some random dudes walking down the street noticed, hey, that apartment door's open. Let's go see if we can borrow some stuff.
Yeah.
And they, looking around, I'm like, hey guys, can I help you? And they kind of looked at me and sized me up, and they just the leader said, nah. Like, are you the buyer? What's going on? Who are you? And he didn't answer. I said, gentlemen, I think it's time to leave. We'll leave when we're done. Well, I was at my computer putting in notes. Well, in my briefcase, I don't carry anything on me because I don't want my clients seeing it. Not everybody is cool. But I keep a piece in the bag. And I slid one hand in the bag and pulled up my phone with the other hand and said, gentlemen, it's time to leave or I'm calling 911. He looked at me and noticed my hand in the bag and stiffened up pretty quick and gestured his guys, and they left, and I went ahead and went and locked the door. And lesson learned, when you're in a particular part of town, probably best not to leave doors open. And
Mm-hmm.
but that's the closest I've got to having to get physical with anybody, or take it beyond words.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have grabbed that guy, but I had gotten up.
It happens.
Yeah, I had gotten up on his roof and I was cleaning his gutters out, and it looked like there was leaves filling this gutter about 4 feet long. Well, it wasn't leaves; it was a paper wasp nest, 4 feet long in the gutter, and I was on the roof. I think we counted I got stung over 35 times,
Oh,
all up my legs. I had shorts on, all up. Luckily, I had tight um, boxers on, and I didn't get stung there, all up there. And I was starting to not feel good because, you can, too many stings, you end up dead, whether you're allergic to them or not. And he called, so I almost fell off the roof, got down, and decided to, I was just going to go get some Benadryl, and I was hurting. After so many stings, it isn't just that pain that lasts a few minutes, it's just constant for a couple hours, And
yeah.
then, so I messaged him and said, I can't finish your gutters. I'm going to go up to the doctor's and get some Benadryl or whatever. I said, I got stung pretty bad. You need to get a hold of a exterminator and have those taken care of, and I can come back and take care of your gutters. Well, he called back and said, I'm sick of you contractors not doing your job. That stuff in the gutter. Clean it up. Get your ass up there and clean it out. I said, really? Okay. He says, he just, he started belittling me, and I had had enough. And luckily, I had hired one of my son's friends. Good kid. And he had the guts to come up and grab me from behind and drag me off this guy because I was going to hurt him. I was going to hurt him bad. I still, to this day, I was proud of old Ben. He's a good kid. He's a very shy kid, and non-confrontational. And he just grabs me and goes, "We gotta go. We gotta go." That was a day, I tell you.
Yeah, the one time I've put myself in that situation in public, so to speak, was at a bar after a Christmas party, bunch of friends, and I don't know what possessed this guy. He obviously didn't know, I was with her, but this guy, I'd had a few, so I was willing to get on the dance floor with my wife. It was a wife and several friends and other wives of, guys, but I was the only guy willing to get out on the dance floor. So I was, dancing with half a dozen women.
Yeah,
Uh, just a group of friends, having a good time. Well, I wasn't dancing with my wife. I'd gone to the bar to grab some, or I don't know, whatever reason I'd walked away. And this friggin' idiot decides it's a good idea to walk out on the dance floor, squat down behind my wife, grab her dress, and stick his head up it. Yeah, that was the first time in my life I ever saw red. And I walked up and grabbed him by the scruff of his neck and pulled him out and grabbed his right hand so that he couldn't waylay me, and shifted my other hand to his throat. And there was this bench around two sides of the dance floor so people could sit and watch, and have a little table in front of him. It was this little table. I had him bent over that thing by the throat, and was explaining at the top of my lungs that that's not a good idea if you want to keep living. And anyway, when all the dust settled, I let the kid go. And by the time the bouncers got there, usually their policy in that bar is anybody. It doesn't matter if it's justified or not. Anybody is out.
yeah.
Well, my wife grew up in that town. She knew the bartender. Her husband was the bouncer, and he would have me help him on busy weekends. He's like, "Hey, you're 6'3", you're 300 pounds, you're a big guy. You've got some training. You know, Technically you're not on the book, so I can't have you getting involved with anything. But stand by the door, look big
Yeah.
and intimidating. So he knew me. So he came up, saw me. He's like, "What the hell, Dan?" And I said, "That piece of shit sexually assaulted my wife. Get him out of here before I kill him." And they drugged that kid out of there. But
I
yeah,
don't
that's
know
the
what.
one I went hands on. But luckily, there were a million witnesses. I mean, nobody even called the cops. But I probably could have gotten in some trouble.
I don't know what possesses people. I've been blackout drunk and never crossed a line like that, you know.
Yeah.
But some people just,
Even if you thought that was your friend, like she was the only one wearing a polka dot dress in that whole friggin' place. It's like you didn't mistake her. And even if you thought she was your friend, to do that in public, even to
hmm
somebody you know, but yeah, to go up to some stranger and do that, what are you thinking?
yeah,
And if you're that stupid when you're drunk, you shouldn't be friggin' drinking. Darwin's gonna get your ass.
yeah. That's what happened. We were at the clubhouse one night, and my wife was up there. One of the other brothers, buddies, decided to come up and have a few. Well, he had already had a few before then. Goes walking up to my wife, goes, "Why don't you show me your, I don't know how, your vagina," in a real nasty way. And yeah, I snatched him up, and his few of his teeth went down the side and walked like little chiclets. And last I
He
heard,
would
he had
always
it.
shoot one another.
Yeah, I don't understand people. I just don't even go to bars anymore or anything.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm to the point where, you know, I got my little 20-acre ranch. Leave me alone. Uh, plus going to the bars is expensive. I'd rather sit at home, have a bonfire. If you know me well enough to come to my place, I don't have to worry about you trying to pick a fight with me and prove something.
Yeah,
Uh, I've been to so many bars when I was younger, and people would try and pick fights with me because I'm the big guy, and they're trying to prove something. It's like,
yeah.
yeah, I just want to have a good time and relax. I don't want to do this, and trust me, you don't want to do this, but yeah, yeah,
And it's always the guys who think they know how to fight.
yeah. Or the Chihuahuas that are just trying to prove something. They're only in complex guys that,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm not a big guy at all. I never was. You know.
Well, I mean, it helps, but at the same time, I know plenty of guys that aren't big that you wouldn't think anything of them to look at them, but they will rock your world.
Because guys like that, like me, well, I'm 5'11". When I was in training shape and working out and training for fights and shit like that, I got up to about 205 ish with about 5 or 6% body fat, and so I wasn't big, but I wasn't, you know, I just I never knew why people would be intimidated because I'm just not that big a guy, even in shape, you know.
Yeah, I was, believe it or not, I'm 6'3", a little over 300 pounds. But my junior year, I was 6'3" in high school, but I weighed 140. So I was a little beanpole, and I got picked on my entire childhood. And I was the kid that, why can't we all get along? I just didn't understand. Even playing football, I ran as fast as I could, and I would try and tackle somebody, but I never did it with intent to hurt. I never understood the guys that would, try and sucker punch you in the solar plexus and knock the wind out of you when they tackled you.
Yeah,
Uh,
smack
I
your
didn't
ear hole.
understand, yeah, why people did that stuff. Let's play by the rules. Let's be nice. And I got beat up a lot and got picked on a lot as a kid. And so I grew up with this kind of chip on my shoulder. And my junior year, I got a job throwing bags of concrete. Came back my senior year at 180, and somebody that picked on me my whole life, all through junior high, started some shit with me in the hallway, and I pinned him against the wall. And I'm done getting picked on. I don't care if I go to the hospital. I don't care if I get hurt anymore. I was always scared of getting hurt. If I get hurt, I get hurt, but you're going with me.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden, I realized that his feet weren't on the floor. I'd actually picked him up. And from that day, people started leaving me alone. And when my wife met me, she said, you've always kind of got this chip on your shoulder that you're ready to fight at a moment's notice. And it's like, I don't want to fight. Everybody's got two wolves inside them. They got that evil side and they got that good side. I want to be the goofy guy. I want to have fun. Let's be nice to each other. So if you're nice to me, I'm going to be nice to you. I will give you the shirt off my back. I will be the best person you've ever met in your fucking life. But if you want to go the other way, I call this a game called Who's the Biggest Asshole? And I promise I'm going to win.
Yeah.
That dark side of me, I'm really good at it. And I don't want to feed that side. I don't want to be there. It was helpful in the military.
It
But
once you see what you're capable of and
nice.
the aftermath of things like that,
Yes.
I agree with you 100%. When I was younger, I had a chip on my shoulder. I loved to fight. I did boxing and kickboxing and all that shit, and I had a chip on my shoulder. I'd start fights, just to fight, and then I just seen too much one day. It was too much, and
Yeah. No, I agree. Once, after going to combat and, getting to test your metal, so to speak, it's, whether it's, and again, you and I have kind of talked, you don't have to be a veteran, shit happens in the streets in the US, you know, life can happen anywhere, but after you've been there, done that, you lose the chip on your shoulder. My ego, people can talk shit to me all day. I don't care. I hope we get along, but if we don't, that's your baggage. Bye. I wish you
yeah,
all the best over there. But if you're willing to let me walk away, you can call me and tell me whatever you want. I'll walk away. But I'm
yeah,
also, I'm old now. I got a bad knee. I friggin', I can't run anymore. I, if I can't walk away, I'm not going to run away. You're not going to scare me. So if you make me stand and fight, that's a different game.
yeah.
Yeah, Nightmare says he can't take me seriously with the hat on. Boozaboo.
Yeah, life's too short and too precious, and to have that chip on your shoulder and
Yeah.
just
Well,
want
I
to
mean,
hurt
I've still
a
kind of
little
got
bit.
it. Like I said, it's, I want to be nice to everybody. If you don't want to be nice, we can play that game. But, I want to be the goofy guy.
Yeah.
Life's life's too short, like you said. Let's appreciate each other. Let's lift each other up. I don't want to go there, but there's also that the whole analogy of it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a warrior.
Hmm.
So, just because you're if you're not capable of violence, I think, in my opinion, a good man is capable of great violence.
Hmm.
That doesn't make you a good man if you're incapable of violence. You're just impotent. It doesn't make you morally superior to anybody that I wouldn't hurt anybody. You're not capable of hurting anybody. You're not showing any restraint. A good man is somebody who's capable of great violence, but doesn't use it, that shows restraint, that loves his family, that chooses a path of peace when he's capable of doing what needs to be done to protect those he loves if necessary.
Yeah. And I had heard that when I was younger and stuff, and I never got that until I got older and
Yeah,
started
that's part
seeing
of growing.
things. And I had gotten in an argument with this veteran after um, Desert Storm or one of them. I was running my mouth, and he goes, kind of pretty much told me the same thing, and I didn't get it, and I was like, "What is wrong with you?" Now I get it.
Yeah,
I,
sometimes you got to live it. So it looks like a super sushi has joined us and says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mr. Double
oh,
Mario
here's
Sushi.
Sushi. Sushi's a good dude. Makes some cool stuff. Some really cool stuff. What did I do with it?
Nice. I will have to check him out. I don't think I've seen his channel.
Yeah.
He has a channel.
Mm-hmm.
Pen, paper. All right. So at super tag sushi. All right, Mr. Sushi, I'll check you out and sub up, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, unless you got anything else broke, I think I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up for the night and go climb in bed with my wife. She looks better than y'all.
Alrighty. Nope, I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you have a Happy New Year, and Santa brings you everything you want, and let's make this year better than last, you know?
Yep. Amen to that. I said it at the beginning, but for those of you that weren't here, like he said, Merry Christmas. Love y'all. If any of you are alone or struggling these holidays, please reach out to somebody. If you don't feel like you have somebody to reach out to me. Find me on Discord. I will make time for you. You're not alone. The world's a better place with you. Whether you're a veteran or not, Broke and I were talking about this the other day. PTSD, life events, loss, deaths. Life's been shitty for me the last month, but I've got an amazing network and I've made amazing friends. And Broke had my back the other night. We were talking for a bit, and you're not alone.
Yep, you're not alone. And you can get a hold of me anytime, too.
Yep. Love this community. Everybody's taking care of each other.
Alrighty.
All right,
Well,
y'all.
thanks for having me.
Hold on. I want to try something.
Okay.
I made a new, what do they call it? The intro to your videos. And then there's an outro,
Oh, yeah?
whatever they call it. I made one and I haven't had an excuse to use it yet. So let me try and pull up
Awesome.
my outro, and I'm going to change my screen to that. And we'll see if we can make this work. Okay. So hold on. Share screen.
Awesome. That is awesome.
All right, I'm going to close our other two screens. See y'all next time.
Yeah.